Glen Co, a valley carved by fire and ice, formed millions of years ago by volcanic eruptions, and later shaped by the slow passage of glaciers. Today, it is one of Scotland's most dramatic landscapes. Steep cliffs rising like walls, ridges disappearing into the clouds, and waterfalls tumbling down sheer rock. Known as the Glen of the Weeping, Glencoe is beautiful, but it also feels solemn. The mountains tower over you, mist often rolls through the valley, and silence hangs heavy. It is one of the most photographed places in Scotland today, a paradise for hikers and climbers, but these same mountains witness betrayal, cruelty, and loss. Because here in this valley, one of the darkest episodes in Scottish history took place on the 13th of February 1692. This was the massacre of Glencoe. Just a few years earlier, in 1688, Britain had been shaken by the so-called Glorious Revolution. King James VII of Scotland, also James II of England, was deposed, and William of Orange and his wife Mary were invited to the throne. Many in the Scottish Highlands, fiercely loyal to the Stuart dynasty, resisted, among them the MacDonalds of Glencoe. By late 1691, the Crown demanded that all Highland chiefs swear an oath of allegiance to William and Mary before the 1st of January 1692. Those who did would be pardoned for past rebellions, but those who failed risked severe punishment. Maclean, chief of the MacDonalds of Glencoe, set out to swear the oath, but snowbound Highland roads, confused orders, and political obstruction delayed him. He reached Inveraray, the only authorised place to swear allegiance, on the 6th of January. 6 days too late. Though local officials accepted the oath, news of his delay was passed up the chain of command, and in Edinburgh, powerful men saw their chance to make an example. In early February, around 120 men of the Earl of Argyll's raiment, commanded by Captain Robert Campbell of Glenloyne, arrived in Glencoe. They carried out official orders to be quartered among the MacDonalds, and in keeping with Highland custom, the clan offered them hospitality, food, shelter, and fire, all in the depths of winter. For nearly 2 weeks, soldiers and clansfolk lived side by side. They ate at the same tables, shared the same roofs. The MacDonalds trusted them as guests. But on the night of the 12th of February, secret orders arrived. At 5 a.m. the next morning, the troops were to rise against their hosts. The words were chilling. You are hereby ordered to fall upon the rebels, the MacDonalds of Glencoe, and put all to the sword under 70. This was not war. This was murder, carried out under the cover of friendship. At dawn, the slaughter began. Men were dragged from their beds. Houses were set alight. Families fled into the frozen night. 38 MacDonalds were killed outright, including the chief Maclean. Many more women, children, the elderly, perished in the snow as they tried to escape through the mountains. Some soldiers refused their orders, horrified by the betrayal. Others carried them out mercilessly. And because the alarm spread, many of the clan managed to escape with warning, though it was at great cost. The massacre sent shockwaves through Scotland. It became a symbol of state cruelty, of broken trust, of the violation of sacred Highland hospitality. The very act of murder under a host roof was seen as one of the greatest dishonours imaginable. Though commissions of inquiry were later held, and blame was debated, no senior figure was punished. The orders had come from the very top, signed by Secretary of State John Dalrymple, and approved in the name of King William. Today, Glencoe is remembered not only for its breathtaking beauty, but for this tragedy. A tall memorial cross stands in the village. Each year, descendants of the MacDonalds gather to honour those who fell. And the glen itself, windswept, silent, eternal, remains a natural memorial. The massacre of Glencoe is more than history. It's a story of politics, betrayal, and loss. But it also reminds us of the Highland spirit, of people bound by loyalty, who endured even the cruelest of winters. Glencoe is beautiful, but its beauty is shadowed. In these mountains you can still feel the weight of memory, and as long as these stories are told, the massacre of Glencoe will never be forgotten.